we would buy a box of pizza, we take it home, open it up, and we draft.
Nice.
All right, I want that piece. I want that piece. We do an actual draft with the pizza.
Really?
Yeah.
I did a fantasy draft with a pizza.
Yeah.
Talking about Cleveland, man. I saw you at the games.
Three of them.
Three of them.
What was that like?
I think I'm banned to go to the games. My friends was not happy. They thought I was jinxing the Indians and all that. They said every game you went to, they lost. You never allowed to go to a game again. It was an experience, man. It was great. The last game was the best.
Oh, man.
It was hard, man, being in there with so many Chicago Cubs fans.
Yeah, I was like, up to date.
The one thing I didn't do, there was this really nervous Chicago fan sitting across the aisle from me, and he put his head down, he stood up, right? So I told my dad didn't know this, but about the 6th inning, I started praying for like every time we was up at bat, I played for the player, or if we was pitching, I pray for the pitcher, right? Tell me why I look over and this dude is like this. I said, ain't this about us? I said, okay, so it's your prayers against mine.
His prayers won.
Right. This don't make no sense.
That's awesome.
Oh man,
That's great.
But see, that's another thing. I saw you guys like every time I see you guys are always about the fans and everything. You guys ain't, like, they're stuck-up fighters that won't talk to people or anything. But you guys are everywhere, talking to everybody. Why do you guys, and how have you guys been able to stay so humble?
I think for me, I try to watch other people and learn from them. One of my favorite athletes of all time was Barry Sanders. I loved and appreciated his skill and also his humbleness outside of what he was doing on the football field. So I think that was one thing that always stuck with me, was no matter what, you always got to remain humble. On top of that, everybody always says that, but I think the other thing too is like we can afford the things that we have because of y'all, you know what I mean? So if I feel like it's my duty to give you your 2 minutes. You watch me for a whole night, or a whole week sometimes, you know, episodes leading into something. It's my duty to give you your 5 minutes of time, or your 2 minutes of time, even if you just want a picture, you know, because I know that picture, that moment is an everlasting moment for that you're gonna have, and no matter what, you're gonna remember what I did in that moment. If I shun you off, if I'm not respectful to you, if I don't smile, you're gonna remember that and tell somebody else, you know. So I just remain being myself. You know, myself is someone that is always happy, always loving and humble and want to have fun, you know. So I try to take that everywhere I go.
Can you talk to some of your peers about that philosophy?
Right. I've actually had guys like want to go away, and I'm like, no, let's take this picture real quick.
Right.
And they do it because I'm there, you know. And I kind of say, yo, make sure you know, let them know that, you know, we here for y'all just as much as y'all here for us, you know.
Appreciate it.
For sure.
I got a question. I was saying this during the fight. I told my editor, the Kell Brook fight, by the way, we did a full page spread on you in the newspaper that week for the fight. Yeah.
I had it laminated by this company though, but not no little cheap thing. Like, it's on some.
Oh really?
It's on a block, like a slab of something like this or something. It's beautiful.
Why didn't you body slam him? No, I'm being dead ass. That's part of the game.
Yeah.
Miguel Cotto did that to everybody. Why didn't you? I'm like, body slam this motherfucker. I was probably calling him the N-word, but I was in my head because I was in the media. So I'm like, body slam this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, get that.
You know, honestly, and it's not a bad thing, but I've been coached and taught that if someone's doing something that's illegal, it's a part of the game. You got to do it illegal back. I think a lot of times for myself, I get caught up in the moment of trying to be the best athlete and trying to be the best person, and I lose sight of what the real is. And the real is get this dude above you. The real is make this dude respect you. The real is this is a fight, make it happen. I think a lot of times I get caught up in trying to be a professional and trying to be the best athlete, that sometimes I lose sight of what can be a game changer. That would have been a game changer, you know? Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And it's really hard for me to say that I learned that lesson, because I do know that in the moment I might lose that lesson. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what
it's hard for me sometimes. It really is.
He hasn't been taught that, and he hasn't been coached that, because he won't do that. I can't get him to do that. Listen. I had a coaching buddy, God bless his heart and his soul, he passed away. But he called me years ago in the middle of the night. He'd just have thoughts and he'll just call me. He called me from Milwaukee. He said, Kenny, man, this was Shawn first turn pro. Hadn't had, you know, I don't think he had 10 fights yet. He said, man, we got to teach Shawn to fight dirty. He's too nice. He fight hard, but he's too nice. We got to teach. And he called me with that years ago. And going into the Brook fight, I said, listen, if he pushes your head down, throw the shot. If he holds you, break loose, do what you got to do. Now, did we spend a lot of time working on that? No, we did not. But I did tell him more than once, repeatedly, listen, dude, I can't tell you to do this stuff in a fight. It's gonna make me look bad, really make me look bad if I tell you to do something illegally that a guy's doing to you. But just like the Bronner fight, when Bronner was gloving him like this, what do I need to do? This says ROSSO. Somebody push your head, do I need to tell you need to do it back? Somebody give you an elbow, do I need to tell you need to do it back? No, I don't. But trust and believe they're gonna beat you every time if you allow them to do it. I'm just telling you, I'm coaching you now. Right. But I don't have to be in the gym telling you that, Shawn. If you allow a guy to push your head back like that and his thumb goes into your eye, and I'm talking about Bronner, his thumb goes into your eye, and now you lose your vision and you can't see, he wins the fight. Get out of the sport if you're not gonna do everything that it takes to win. I'm telling you that. He just told you. There's nothing else we can say, because if that glove goes into your eye, if that thumb goes in your eye,
20 seconds, gone.
The fight's over. You'll lose. You know what I'm saying? If a guy grabs your arm and twists it this way and you pop something and you're no longer able to but because you were being nice or you were trying to play in some, everybody's looking at me, they think I'm a nice person. No, dude, this is a fight. Nobody's gonna dislike you when it's over with because you defended yourself. Am I right?
Right.
Would nobody been mad at him if you had threw Kelbrook off of you?
I was screaming for
and
it in my
he couldn't
head.
hold no more, and you were able to fight him straight up. Nobody would have been mad at you for that.
Because on TV, it looks like you're holding him because you're coming in and he's on top of you. So it looks like you're kind of clinching him on TV. Right. And in real life, you're like, this motherfucker, keep on holding this motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that was the game plan. That was literally the game plan. Jab, hold. Jab, hold.
You just need to fight them how they're fighting you. Like not only you, but when I see fighters, like a fighter gets low twice, I'm like, hit him. Like, you know what I mean? Like just do it. Like,
and the ref understands, and because the refs are human. So when the ref sees it in my eyes, I don't know.
I did.
The cameraman 3 or 4 times when he sees it for 3 or 4 rounds, he's like, oh, he's just paying.
Oh, right.
You know, he's just
becomes a part of the fight.
Yeah,
becomes a part of the fight.
Yeah, that becomes a character in the play.
Right,
you
that's
know
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
right,
you're exactly right. Yeah, and
so add this into your thing. Yeah,
right.
I've tried that too. I've tried that. I got some little cold words, but he no. I'm keeping it real with you. It's on camera. He like, I'm not gonna do that. He's just not gonna do it. Like, Shawn, come on, man. Just do this. Tell me what you want me to do, jab or something. You know what I mean? But add that into your day out in a training camp. Will you guys offer some of your insight? I think you should offer some of your insight to what you've seen in the fight and what you see going on in that camp. I, unlike a lot of other trainers, would invite you guys in, and I would be receptive to that, because contrary to what people think, I'm not standoffish. I'm not as mean as somebody might make me out to be. I'm not as hard as somebody might make me out to be. And I'm approachable. Yeah, people say little silly things, but
well, we know you. That's why.
Yeah, we know you.
Yeah,
they say little silly. You know, you got these little people that sit, you know, there on their computer hiding. You know what I mean, saying things about me, and I never see them at a fight. Yeah. I didn't take a picture with one of those guys today. Not one of them. You know what I mean? But you know, they like to say these little things, like what that fool said. I think I'm Nino Brown because I wear my hat like this. I think I'm a gangster, but I've never seen him at a fight.
Yeah, he came in the gym. He came in the PC the other day with a hoodie on, all black. I said, why you look like you just came off the set of Straight Outta Compton?
But But
the
I would be
the glasses on.
I would welcome that, and I'm open to that because I always try to use other people's intelligence. You know what I mean? And you know, you see the stupid stuff on there. Shawn Porter's a good fighter, but he needs to get a better trainer.
I've seen that a lot.
Doesn't matter what I teach him. If he don't do it, it ain't gonna matter. Okay? So it ain't got nothing to do with what I teach him. I teach him everything he needs to know. He can get up there and tell you that. Whether or not he did it, it's up to him in that moment. You know what I mean? But it wasn't that he wasn't taught. You know what I mean? I didn't have 3 guys make the Olympic team for no reason. I wasn't the technical coach of the 2012 Olympic team with Errol Spence for no reason. You know what I mean? I had the outstanding boxer at the Olympic trials in 2000 and what was that, 8?
Yep.
I sent my first guy to Olympic trials in 2004. So it has absolutely nothing to do with that. The individual. You can have the greatest trainer you want, Freddie, Roach, or anybody else, whoever it might be. You know what I mean? If everybody decide they want to now start coming to me after they 25 and 0, I'm gonna look great. But if they don't take the information,
Good point.
Yeah, but I'm gonna look great. But if they don't take the information and transfer it to the fight, it won't make a difference. Now, I see some guys getting up on the scale today, and they looking pretty bad to me when they getting up on the scale, and I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I could have helped them with that. No, I can't do that because I don't reach out to other individuals or I don't go behind another coach's back to talk to his fighters. But I really would like to make you feel better before you get on that scale. You know, Shawn can eat a little bit of oatmeal on the day of a weigh-in.
I'm looking at them like, yo, you supposed to be smiling when you get up.
You know,
you ain't supposed to.
that means they're not educated about nutrition
I be feeling good.
and the way to bring this weight down the right way. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I would be open to you guys coming in, and not only just coming in, but you know what? From a perspective that you have, you seeing things totally different than mine. The perspective you have is different, and the perspective you have is different. And you're watching all these other different fights, so you're bringing information and education that I may not be seeing because I live in this. I don't necessarily watch it as much as I used to. I pick and choose what I watch now. Whereas before, when I wasn't living it, I had to watch everything. I had to watch all of it because I had to get all that information. You know what I mean? So I would welcome that, you know what I mean? So I'm that kind of guy, where most coaches aren't, you know, but I'm that type of guy, and contrary to what people might think, that I'm always trying to learn something or understand something better, even from a perspective of how you looking at it through a camera. You're seeing it totally different. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing it different. When you go back and you watch it on TV, you're watching it differently than other people that don't use a camera. Because you're looking for certain things that they don't see, that you would be trying to feel.
Don't let anyone talk to you about your hats, sir. Your hats are awesome.
No, I don't. Right? Let me ask you this, and don't forget your thought, because I think I just forgot. I said like a Mayweatherism or some shit right there. No. From a
You were saying
from a perspective. No, I know what I'm talking about. I know.
I was trying to bring you back.
I still got my hat on. No, from a perspective. From a perspective that we watch fights now, and a perspective that the judges watch fights. I'm talking to everybody. Would you guys be open to, and what would be better seating for judges? Would you be open to changing, or adding a judge, or raising the seat higher?
Raising a seat higher.
Raising the seat higher because they're. Let me tell you this. I say this all the time because people are always jealous. Damn, you got the best seat in the house. I said, I don't have the best seat in the house because I'm looking through 4 ropes or 3 ropes. I don't know how many ropes it is, but I say, when I put you in a 100 section, you can see their footwork, you can see their facial expressions. I'm looking at the reaction of the fighter once he does something. Because when you turn your back to me on the other side of it, it's hard for me to see everything. And I'm like trying to dip and dodge, but that 100 section level, because you get to look down. And for example, like say for example, if you know Keith Thurman is gonna throw his jab, right? If you reset Keith Thurman, you should get the point. Or see what I'm saying? Like how you're leading the fight. Yeah. Like once you see Keith Thurman set his feet, you know he's about to throw the jab, and you say, no, I'm about to reset, make this motherfucker reset again and think about his jab. Right. You know what I mean? Or you throw a fake hook to make the motherfucker think, oh, I can't throw the jab now, I gotta reset. You get the point. Judges can't see those intricacies in the fight. You see what I'm saying? But I think that 100 section is like creme de la creme because you can see all 4 corners. I can't see all 4
Basically,
corners.
like the 5th row Stay at the StubHub. professional, though.
Yeah.
Stay professional, though.
Yeah, okay, yes.
Basically the 5th row at the StubHub on the 100 section right when you get up, because I remember you two, and I saw this fight a few days ago again, Ortiz Berto too. I knew he was gonna say
You guys had the sun and you guys were like this.
Yeah.
Now imagine being the judge that had that angle and you're looking at it. So it's like, man, but if they were in that 100 section, they'd have a clear view right there, straight eye to eye with everything. So like he said, raise the seat up a little, or put them in a section where they could see everything, where they could see the action better, where they could see everything from every single angle. Because like he said, let's say we're all at the bottom, right? He's on this side, I'm in the middle, and they take the fight over there. He's got the better perspective. Me and him are kind of looking like trying to figure out what's going on. They get it to that corner. All right, me and him are now this way, and he's got the better perspective. They fight this way. These two are trying to look at a different angle. We gotta have them where they're everywhere. The judges are seeing the exact same thing. That would be the best way for the judges to actually judge a fight and see a fight. Not from a monitor, not from anything, not using instant replay, none of that, because obviously you only get 1 minute in between a round, but they have to see everything from every single angle at one time, at the same time.
Nice. What about you?
That's what I said. I raised the seats. I think you can just what he was saying. You get the whole perspective.
You mean like lifeguard seat?
Lifeguard seat. Like the fight was. I swear to God, the fight was so good between Quadras and I left my seat, went up to the top so I can see the fight because they're so little. I'm like, I can't see them. Like I swear it was like a hockey puck. I was like losing them. So I was like, let me go up top so I can see everything, because Quadras was countering him, but I couldn't really tell his entire game plan was to counter the second half of the fight. But when I got up there, I was like, oh, he just set them up for a counter, relocate, counter, relocate, and I couldn't see that. It was like he was, because at the bottom, it looks like Chocolatito was just hounding him, like on top of him. But once you see like Quadras' game plan is the counter, and if you get a chance to throw the right after the left, we got action here. Maybe I can stop the kid, but and at the end of the fight, you realize what Quadras was doing. Chocolatito's eyes was like this, so his game plan quite possibly could have worked. You know what I mean? So
and how many times have you guys heard this, or even you yourself? You were at the fight. You were at his fight. You saw it one way, but when you go on TV and you watch it again, the replay, you see something different that you didn't see.
Yeah, for sure.
If everybody was watching it the same way, obviously everybody's gonna have a different opinion of it and what's going on and what they see. But more than likely, you're gonna have somewhat of a mutual understanding of what's going on, and that's what judges need to have. Because, let's say Ward Kovalev, everybody was 114, 113, but there's some fights where it's 119, 110, and then another judge has his 115, 113, and it's like, how the hell did you two get these scorecards? Where did it come from?
Right.
How?
Right.
What angle did you see? What did you see? What's going on? So universally, if everybody's watching the same thing the same way, they all have somewhat of the same thought.
This was great, man.
It's good stuff.
Thank you guys so much.
Pizza was pretty good too.
I got one question, and I was thinking this, because you mentioned making weight and all this. Would you have Cuellar coming at 124?
Yeah, because that was weird. I heard 124. I was like,
because
what?
I interviewed the weight. So I said, because I interviewed his trainer, his manager. I said, he says Monday he's gonna weigh 165. I said,
whoa.
So today's Friday and he weighed 124. On Monday, 3 days from now, he's gonna weigh 165.
And I said,
living wrong.
So I said,
Obviously.
So I said, in my head, I'm like, 124.
He said 65.
Yeah, 165.
I interviewed him yesterday. He said, you should see him. He said, you don't believe. He said, tonight he's gonna weigh 20 more. He's gonna weigh 145 tomorrow.
He's killing himself. Literally, there's some things going wrong in his organs on the inside that later in life he's gonna have some serious problems. There's no way possible. No, I would like to, and everything is.
Do you do?
I don't want to say.
6.10?
I don't want to say trial and error, but a lot of things in the sport are a learning process. So moving down to 47, we took 2 years to do it. We didn't move down to 47 in one fight. If you go back and look at box rec, you'll see a pound difference. So we inched our way down. So it took us 2 years to do it. But from my experiences, the closer he is to the weight, the better. The lower he is underneath the weight is now putting you at a deficit.
That's
you don't
what I
need
thought.
to take You don't
did
need
2 extra
to take,
workouts he didn't need.
Yeah, you don't need to take any extra off that you need to just to say, "Ooh, I was 2 pounds under." No, unless you're fighting out of your weight class and you're moving up, and now I understand why you're that much
like
lighter.
a Pacquiao.
So yeah, so no, that is definitely something I wouldn't do. I remember Berto in Vegas. I don't remember who he was fighting, but he came in at like 45, 44. I think it was 44, and he's fighting 47. And I was like, why did he do that? And then I got a call from the top like, why did he do that? And I was like, I don't know why he did that, you know what I mean? But no, I would never do that. He likes to now, he's having fun.
So what do y'all stop at? 146.8?
He's having fun.
The day before the fight.
He make it happen.
My question is this. All right.
No, he'll be 47 and he'll take his underwear off. He having fun with it. He's joking with everybody out like, I really need to take my underwear off to make weight, and he don't. You know, he's just having fun. It's his way of having fun, but I'll make him get like, okay, give me 2 scoops of that oatmeal this morning. Just go eat 2 scoops before we go to the win.
No, I was gonna ask you, like, when you wake up in the morning or the night before, what weight do you stop at? Like, so for example, you're working out, 149, 148, 147. Do you 146.8 and you go to bed? Or do you like what's this?
He will go to bed and
the night before the fight.
He will go to bed maybe within a pound. He will say prayers, he'll read his Bible, and the weight will come off. Because his mind is already in control of his body, and he's got his body going in that direction. That's the discipline of it, and learning yourself and learning your body and the things that he ate prior to that, not a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, but 8, 9, 10 weeks prior to that. We try to stay within 12 to 15 of the fight weight at all times. As you can see, he's not, you know, his face ain't, he ain't walking around here like Keith Thurman, right? You know, somebody called me, I'm looking at Keith on TV. I said, I don't want to look at Keith on TV. His face like this. You know what I mean? And so, anyway, you know, it's not healthy for these guys. And we know there are long-term effects from getting hit. On top of that, you're damaging your inside organs. You know what I mean? So when I saw them guys again, I was like, it made me think of another, you know, way to create a revenue stream. A revenue stream to bring these guys in and show them nutrition and how to bring the weight down and stay strong and monitor it. But you got to be disciplined and you got to buy into it. You can't drink, you can't smoke, you can't turn up. If you do all those things, then everything else falls apart. Because I could get you not a diet, just a new way to live and a new way of life. It's not a diet. It's a life type of lifestyle, right? I could get you that, right? But you're only in the training facility for 2 hours that day, and you got another 22 hours of the day to screw it all up.
No, turn up, I can't do it.
No, turn up, I can't do it. Oh, man. Anything else you guys got to say about, you know, what's going on in boxing? You guys got a date? What are we looking for Shawn?
No, we don't have a date. First quarter of next year is all we can give right now. But, you know,
you do have a date though. You have January 13th, right, for Victor?
No.
No, Victor's posted something that he's like on January 13th at like at a fairground.
Victor who?
Oh, Victor.
Oh, you talking about? No, I told
not
you.
Ortiz.
I told you that Victor did not do anything with us. They decided that they knew more than us and they wanted more than we were willing to do. And
I didn't know
they went their own direction.
Really? Son, father, son?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
They went their own direction to do their own thing. So, you know, you have to let people do those things.
Yeah, I haven't heard about that.
That's just the way. That's just the way this is. Like I said, I didn't have 5 guys at the Olympic trials for nothing. But you can't tell me who those other 4 are, because they didn't stick with me and they didn't listen. I don't even think any of them made $10,000 yet.
Ouch.
People have no clue. They think they can literally. And I'm just saying it's just the way it is. And you know, you get criticized no matter what. They think they can turn on YouTube. Oh, I see what they're doing. I can do that. Oh, I see how he trained his son. I can do that. Oh, they at the track. I can do that. Oh, they went swimming. Oh, they put a mask on their face. I'm gonna get a mask too. No. can't pull it off. You know, I don't want to be mean about anybody in any type of way or say anything disparaging, negative about anybody. But if you don't know something, you should try to get information and education and learn the right way instead of thinking you could turn on YouTube or TV and duplicate what you've seen somebody else do. It doesn't work that way. I've been doing it for 26 years. 20 coming into 27 years. So, you know, and that ain't including all of my amateur career. You know, coming into 2017, 27 years straight without stopping doing this, okay? It doesn't work that way. I can't just watch you interview somebody here and then go and create my own site and do it. No, I don't know I don't have everything that you got at home and all the experience that you got to get you to this point. You know what I mean? I don't have the relationships that you have.
Yeah.
The people that you know. I can't make the phone calls. I can't get things done. That's why, you know, people be fighting at fairgrounds. Okay?
Got it.
You know,
Understood now. Got it.
You know what I'm saying? What was there goats?
As a side
there was goats and chickens when we went to the weigh-in. You know, but I mean, but you think you know better, so show better.
Well, you got him a fight in a month. That's all I know.
Yeah, that's true. You got it. And in a good card too, the Guerrero Peralta card.
Yeah, but you know,
2 major upsets that fight.
go ahead.
Now,
When can we go to the gym and to the
Not
house?
coming to the gym because Jim is a white guy that comes to Vegas looking for an escort.
Oh, wait.
The high performance
The high performance center.
Yeah.
The high performance. When can we go to the high
but-
I'll
performance
be there in
center?
January.
And when can we go
If
have an
you're in
interview
town-
at the
no,
place?
Whenever
Yeah,
you're in
January.
town,
January 26th, I'll be there.
whenever you guys are in town, please text, call, let me know, and you're more than welcome to
We
come.
will be there the weekend, actually the Friday before the 27th, which is the day before Santa Cruz Frampton. We'll be there then. We could do something at the High Performance Center. We could do something. I've been to your place already.
Absolutely.
I know where we're at, so we can go there.
How many days before y'all coming in?
The day. He'll be there Thursday. I'll be there
Oh.
Friday.
I doubt if Frampton will still be there at that point. Dre reminded me a lot of Shawn, and I know Shawn is younger, but just his calm demeanor the whole time he was in my place. So relaxed, nothing shook him. And he even came back after the weigh-ins.
I know, yeah, you told me that. I
He
interviewed
came
you
back
after that.
after the weigh-ins to our place to
Really?
to do. You know, he's all
Shake
in
down.
here. You know,
Shake out.
so
I was so impressed with him after the fight. I know we're done, but I'm sitting at him like, damn, what a man.
In the back room.
man crush.
Man crush.
No.
Hey, he was all in the sky, wasn't he?
No.
Hey.
No. No, you know why?
all in the
You know why?
atmosphere with his
No, you know why? You know why? Because, okay. Not a man crush. Not a man crush.
You know why?
But he's looking down at the media like, all y'all motherfuckers thought, I'm sorry, I
Yeah,
know,
keep
but
veteran. Keep veteran.
all y'all thought I was gonna lose. And he looking down like,
Oh, he gave him that Bernard
Alright,
Hopkins
no,
look
no,
after Kelly Pavlik?
I know.
like,
no,
you know what I mean?
strong.
Like,
He's strong anyway. Yeah,
just
I got you.
just like,
I got you.
and he complimented his wife. He had his child up there. I was like, man, I was so like enamored with him that night. You know what I mean? From being down 3.
Still make you
Let me
proud.
tell you something. I don't
Make you
know
proud.
I don't
Get him,
care.
Kenny,
You
get
could be basketball. Basketball, you're down 20 points in the first quarter.
Try not to. I'm just.
Football, you're down 3 touchdowns in the first quarter. Boxing, when you're down 3 points, and the whole world know you're down 3 points, and you say, and Virgil Hunter say, just win the next round. Okay, we won round 3, maybe. Just win the next round. You ain't got to throw a home run. Just get a first down. 10 first downs will get you a touchdown. That's basically what Virgil Hunter was trying to tell this kid
Right.
for 12 rounds. And to do it,
Right. I thought he laid it down.
I thought that was just
I thought he laid
phenomenal.
it down.
I thought that was just phenomenal, and I tip my hat to him. That was just an incredible performance. Just say, it doesn't matter if I win it by 1 jab or 3 jabs or 1 left hook, 1 straight right hand. I just got to win this round.
And what round was it when he started doing this a little
Like
bit?
it's 8, 9,
9 or 10. 9 or 10.
Yeah. He was trying to take emotional control of the fight, though. That was, you know,
but it was nice because
then he did it.
because I was tense. I wasn't yelling or nothing. I was so.
He's like, he's out.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, we're straight now. We all right now. All right, he got his groove in. We great. We great.
Yeah, you're right. So that's.
I love the kid. I last seen him Oh no, that wasn't the last seeing him, but first remember seeing him basically. I think the last time he lost in the amateurs, like when he was like 15 years old, I was in a tournament with Shawn. Shawn's like 10, and just on where his life has been and how God has worked in his life and the things that he had to deal with, you know, with his parents and things like that, and to make it through a fight like that, you know, that. That's a this close to death type fight. You know what I mean? He was that close to feeling that kind of thing. Sort of like when I turn on the Porter Thurman fight and I look at Thurman in between rounds, I'm like, oh, he ready to quit. I looked at Thurman and I looked at Thurman in between rounds in them later rounds, he ready to quit. He was sitting on that still like, I don't want to get up. You know what I mean? But he got up, you know. And when you look at that, and you see how God has worked in his life, and you see what kind of person he is, and you said as you see his wife, and you see his children, that's what you hope for. That's what it should be. What it should be about. That you could make it through something like that and have all of this there with you. You know, his family and everything. So that was great.
You guys have anything to add just to end us all up for today?
It's been great hanging out with you guys.
Thank you. Thank you guys. Always, man. Thank you. Shawn, Ken. As you guys know, Ken Porter, Shawn Porter, Fernando Pimentel for BehindTheGloves.com. That is the pizza delivery guy. And
Steven Guadagno, KR Sports on YouTube.
for the Fight Guys, saying we'll see you guys at the fights. Come down tomorrow, Mars versus Cuellar. Enjoy yourselves. It's going to be a great show, and we'll have a recap for you guys as well. Have a good one. Thanks.
Thank you, guys.